Hey, wait. Before we move on, did you see about the college player? I think it was like I forgot what school it was, Clemson or whatever. He basically got kicked off the team because he was taking pictures of college football players in the locker room naked and everything, putting it on OnlyFans and selling it.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
I
What
think
the
it was
heck?
Auburn. I don't even remember,
It
but
sounds like some
Clemson,
Auburn
Auburn,
stuff.
something like that.
That's
But
where
back,
Charles Barkley went.
but back to James Harden. So James Harden calls out the president of his team, says, "You're a liar. I don't want to play for you. We got the video."
And this isn't smart because a lot of people are saying with the new collective bargaining agreement in the NBA that if you pull a Ben Simmons and try not to show up to training camp, that you can get fined.
Like 330K.
Basically, like for someone making James Harden money, they basically, if you decide just to refuse to report for duty, they could basically take like dang near half your check.
$27 million.
Yeah,
Because basically every 3 games you play, that's a meal. Because 3,300 something K.
yeah.
Every 3 games you play, that's
I
a
think
million
they keep
dollars.
your game checks and do all kinds of stuff. So
Exactly.
hopefully James and Philly figures this out because James doesn't really have any momentum or any leverage here. So, but he had this to say while he was in China at his camp.
Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of. Let me say that again. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of again. Thank you, man.
Relax.
He's a liar.
That wasn't me, boss.
It was my body double.
You good?
We good? Why'd he give himself a hug?
So if you're wondering why he's calling him a liar, so allegedly, I'm guessing the president told James Harden, like, oh yeah, if you come to the Sixers, you PJ Tucker house, we gonna do something for y'all. We gonna help you out. If you take less money now, help the team out. Once the season's over with, I give you some extra money. I look out for you. But so I'm guessing he ain't looking out for him, and some people are saying like this is what James Harden gets because he can't get Embiid until the championship games. But I mean, it's not his fault that Embiid trash, and Embiid you want to censor everything around it. Joel Embiid,
You said Embiid's trash?
he's trash. He's
Is he
trash for what he's
trash
trying to
or
do.
inconsistent?
He's trash for what he's trying to do. He's trying to be basic. He's trying to be basically like a Steph Curry. Like you can't.
Oh yeah, he
you're
has
not
Anthony
Steph Curry.
Davis syndrome.
Pretty much.
They're taking too many jump shots, so they need to take their big
You
self
ain't
in
Dirk
the paint
Nowitzki.
and dunk on people. You need to be more Shaq and less Dirk.
Exactly. They trying to be Dirk Nowitzki and everything, but you strong as hell. You might as well just do what you got to do.
And James Harden needs to play like he cares in the regular season. I think that's the problem, that he goes to ramp it up in the playoffs, especially these last couple years in Philly and Brooklyn. And since he coasted in the regular season, his body isn't ready to take it to the next level. He needs to play harder and play more like himself. He needs to stop deferring to Joel Embiid and stuff and be calling his own number. And of course, if he gets on a roll where he's drilling shots and getting things going, it's gonna get Joel more wide open shots.
So you think it should be James Harden team now instead of Joel?
No, I don't think it should be that.
Who should
but
get more shots?
I think if Joel Embiid's taking 25 shots a game or 30 shots, James Harden needs to take like 28. If he's taking 30, James Harden needs to take like 27, 28.
See, I think that the problem,
Like within 5, like, even if you want them to both take their shots down and maybe give some more shots to like Tobias Harris, if Embiid's taking
away Tobias
25
Harris
shots, then then maybe Harden's taking like
you
22, 23. You have Maxey taking like 20 shots, and then you got Tobias taking like 15 to 18.
you know what's funny? When we was watching the whole Gilbert Arenas thing, and it was like talking about, oh yeah, the leader is this, like, oh yeah, Allen Iverson, well, he was the leading scorer, but he wasn't the leader on the team. It was Eric Snow. Who's the leader on the Sixers?
I think that's the problem. I think that there's not a clear leader. I think Joel tries to be the leader,
He's too quiet.
but I don't know if
fat.
he has the skills.
He's
He's
fat.
not fat, but I think he jokes around too much rather than taking the leadership role seriously, where you keep dudes in check. Like if Joel was a real leader, he would tell James, that effort wasn't acceptable in that game. I need you to pick it up. Like, we're not doing that right now, James. I need you to be James.
So it's PJ Tucker. That's crazy. How you trade for a leader?
It's probably like PJ Tucker
It's not Tobias
Joel.
Harris.
It's not Tobias.
It's not Joel Embiid. It's not.
It could be
Maxey.
Joel. I don't know how
He's
much
too
he does
quiet.
it. Maxey's too young. I don't think he would have the role.
He barely knows how to talk English. How your leader gonna be not?
So anyone that can't talk English good can't be a
Come
leader.
on now, let's be serious. Like, you not finna tell me, you not finna be my leader and you over here stuttering over your words. Like, blah, blah, blah.
Emotional damage.
I'm
Joel,
just,
you have my
listen,
unequivocal permission. If you ever run into Tales from the Crib podcast in real life,
listen
you
here,
can
man.
definitely don't come on co-host.
Udonis has them strikes fear in my heart. You know, Marcus Smart, you know, he may strike some little fear in my heart.
I actually met Marcus Smart in real life.
Exactly, but he looks like he turns up and get mad.
And I'm like, I looked at him, I'm like, bro, I'm pretty sure I could lock you up.
but still, he like he can rally y'all up and everything. But when you look at Joel Embiid, does he look like he gonna scare you? He just tall. He ain't Bobby Portis.
Nah. I mean, that's because he has crazy eyes.
Exactly. Joel Embiid needs
Joel
something
needs
crazy
to get
about
some
him.
crazy eyes.
He needs to
They
get
need
something.
to do some voodoo or something and get him his, like, you know, bring out that. He needs to bring out his Giannis mode.
Exactly. In a way, and Kawhi Leonard made the game winning shot over you. I can't respect you
And
after
he
that.
cried.
Exactly. And that was when the whole time they was calling Joel Embiid like, oh yeah, I was drinking too many milkshakes. And he
If
was
that's your excuse, you need to not be in the league anymore.
exactly. It's just too much. But people were
But did they bring the boys to the yard?
probably, but the people were
Was
saying
it better than yours?
James Harden basically the problem is that he opted into this last year's contract with
So
the
he's
Sixers. He opted into it. He wanted to make $35 million because I guess nobody else was trying to give him that money out there. And I mean, if he actually mixes games, he's only gonna be making around like $8 million, $9 million this year. Which I mean, it really ain't nothing because you got endorsement deals and everything. So you can be like, I don't care, but it's time to put on the fat suit. I'm ready to see Fat
And
James
that's
Harden.
the end of that clip. And remember, if you want to see this in better vision, make sure you go to Tales from the Crib to see in full 1080p. Because if you're on